From the Flock of Birds Production Studios, it's time once again for the Mountaineer Ramble and all things Mountaineer football. With your host, Michael Covey.
Mountaineer Ramble for me.
Jack Kincaid.
I like greedy backs.
And John Covey Cole.
Mikey, won't you do something?
Now, let's break the huddle and join the guys. It's time to talk Mountaineer football. So let's get this party started.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mountaineer Ramble. I'm your host, John Covey Cole. Got Michael Covey with me. Jack Kincaid, as always. Guys, we got us a win.
Hey!
East Carolina Pirates.
Pirates.
Suckers walk the plank.
Couple games, you know.
What's that?
Couple games since a win.
Yeah, it's been a few.
It's been
a couple months. A couple passes.
I was forgetting how that was. I mean, it would have been nice if it wouldn't have been like a 5A football team. But hey, we'll take it.
Hey,
Take it.
Something cool Mikey shared with me the other day. I don't know if he was going to drop this or not, but I'll give him credit for it right here, right now. He told me that he read somewhere that that's the most points WVU's ever had in a half.
They said that in
cool.
the first half. I don't know what to check that against.
You know, let's call Mike Kazaza. He'd probably tell us.
Yeah,
Kazaza would line us out.
There's probably guys that get paid to do that sort of thing. We could consider.
Jed Grinning, you know, those kind of cats.
Those guys.
But we come out with a win. The final score escapes me right now. What was it?
56-20.
56-20.
The big old hammer fist to the face.
Which 20 points is way too much to let them get. Which a lot of those points come from garbage time, but
there's a lot of garbage time.
Yeah, but it didn't look good to me.
It didn't look good. I seen on social media that a lot of fans were upset, and you know they may be justified in being that way. But a lot of fans were being upset because you know the new polls come out. Obviously, we're not back in the 25. I didn't expect us to be
We lost
back
votes.
in the 25.
We lost
votes. But we played East Carolina.
So you can't expect too much.
We let them get almost 500 yards on us.
Uh-huh.
Offense was great. First team offense was great. There's still a lot of work needs to be done on special teams. Still a lot of work needs to be done on defense, in my opinion. We won the game, and you've mentioned this many times, Jack. A win's a win.
Yeah.
If you win the ball game,
well, look,
as long as you learn something.
Yeah.
I mean, the number one thing you said there, who do we play this week to redeem ourselves from losing to a top 25 school?
No.
Nobody.
No.
The yards and everything, I mean, we came out, we made a statement. If you missed that first half, which sounds like some of these fans did.
It was a phenomenal half.
Hey, look. I've done that before, all right? I've been in the blue lot too long. Maybe that's the thing.
We'll just ease on in here and see
into the second quarter. Let's go!
We brought a guy with us to Morgantown one time. He literally passed out in the bleachers waiting for the game to start. After the first quarter. He's back with us, man. He's back with us.
Since they screwed around with the format of NASCAR, I mean, I look forward to my 50-lap nap.
Ever since Earnhardt died, I don't watch it anymore, man.
But the thing is, we didn't do that, and again and again, season after season, even game after game sometimes, I am amazed that fans feel like we are going to get some kind of respect out of AP.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
ESPN's highlights of the game.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't nothing that we did. It was what East Carolina did.
Yeah.
Is anybody upset with ESPN for this?
It's
I'm used to it. I mean,
the reason we started doing what we're doing is because ESPN, CBS Sports, because we like talking about our Mountaineer football and not sugarcoat it. We calls it as it is. If we like it, we like it. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah, so it strikes me that they think that we're going to get anything out of them until we absolutely have to demand it. We're not in a position to make demands yet.
Right.
That could be at the end of the season. And the thing is, watch your coaches poll.
Well, look at last year.
That's more respect.
Look at last year. We won 10
poll.
freaking games, and most of the fan base still wasn't happy with that.
Sure.
Would I like a national championship? Would I like a Big 12 championship? You're dang all right.
It'll happen in my lifetime.
Yeah, it will. 10 wins is a good season. Skyler Howard, bringing him back up. That's actually the autograph photo we're giving away this week. If you guys want to flash that at him. But, even with him,
Not bad. Action shot.
That's right. Thank you, Dale Sparks.
Okay.
And a Mountaineer Ramble hat, of
Mr.
course.
Sparks.
We're going to be giving that away later on in the week. But, with Skyler Howard, he was questionable about some of his antics. But he was a good, he's the third most yards.
Productive, yeah.
And myself including, I wasn't exactly happy with a lot of his play. It was inconsistent. But anyway, we're not talking about Skyler Howard. We're talking about Mr. Mother Will Greer in Morgantown, West Virginia, throwing the ball like a champ.
What about Skyler Howard giving Will Greer props?
Yeah, that was cool.
Now let's not talk about Skyler.
That was cool.
That's
that was cool.
Classic.
After the last time I seen Skyler on there, he was beefing with Bruce Service. It was nice to see him come back down and
trying to
be a little chill out.
Bit.
Mikey Will Greer went 19 of 25, 352 yards, 14-yard average, and 5 touchdowns.
That boy, good.
I think that's hilarious, though, to me.
Why?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
He had more yards than that against Virginia Tech.
He did.
He
played 4 quarters.
He played the whole game, but still.
And we was a lot more pass heavy.
And when you're ripping off 6, 7, 8 play drives, quick hitters. I mean, you're not going to get that. How much? I didn't capture it, and I should have. But how much was our tally for yards after catch? I mean, it
don't
had
have
to
that
be.
on me.
It's up there.
It's up there.
A lot of yak.
Yeah.
A lot of yak, Jack.
I mean,
Yakety yak.
Don't do that.
Oh, just ask Jack.
What?
Justin Crawford, another 100-yard game, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns.
You do it in his sleep now.
15 carries.
And still doing it, earning every yard. I mean, did you see how many times was he dead to rights and reverse field, break back?
I'm going this way.
I'm going to go this way.
Sorry about your luck. But not only Justin Crawford, McCoy got in there, ran the ball. Petaway ran the ball. Even Tevin Bush got to run the ball a little bit. And that's one good thing that I like about playing these East Carolinas and
Tuned-up game.
Delaware State. It gives the 2s and 3s a chance to get in there and show us what they got.
Well, they show us that they're 2s and 3s.
Chris Chuganov, I thought he did all right.
Not bad.
Not bad. You know, considering last year, last thing I remember seeing from him is when he come in and threw that interception.
Right, but looking at the spring game, I mean, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything that I remember was flashy, but
he wasn't making stupid mistakes.
He wasn't making mistakes, and a lot of his receivers were dropping balls.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want anything to happen, but somebody's got to teach Mr. Greer to take that baseball slide.
David Seal was our
Seal's doing work, baby.
7 receptions for 153 yards, 3 touchdowns.
You know what Coach said about him, right?
What's that?
Ball player.
Come to play. Marcus Sims was our second leading receiver with 1 catch.
That boy
52 yards for a touchdown.
Oh, that boy quick.
Would have been nice to have him against Tech, huh?
Well, man, we'll get into that here shortly, but yeah.
Uh-huh.
Karan White behind him with 4 receptions, 49 yards and a touchdown. And then Gary Jennings with 4 receptions and 46 yards. But Ricky Rogers caught the ball. Kennedy McCoy caught the ball. Elijah Wellman caught the ball. Elijah caught the ball.
Work, baby.
It looked like a runaway beer truck running up in there, didn't it?
Took me back.
Martell Padaway, Drew Bowen, Reggie Roberson, Dominique Maiden. So people got their turns to show what they can do.
Yeah, everybody got a little piece of the pie.
They did. And that brings us to our defense. And, given Kaiser White's 5 tackles and 2 interceptions, Al Rashid Benton's 8 tackles, Hakeem Bailey's 5, Drayvon Henry's 5. I honestly was not real impressed with our defense this week. Hear me out, though, Mikey. I see it looking you out. Yeah, we held them to 3 points. Was it until after halftime?
Yeah.
But every time East Carolina got the ball, they was driving downfield. They kept shooting themselves in the foot with a stupid penalty or bad snap or something. And
I wasn't very impressed.
on 3rd down, let's see, where are we at here? On 3rd down, they was 6 for 13. I'm sorry, we were 6 for 13. I'm sorry, they were 7 for 17. 4th down, went 50%. A lot of people who's out there is going to hate on me for this. Like I said,
I encourage that.
Considering we held them to 3 points till after halftime, almost garbage time before they started scoring any points. But I want to see more out of my defense. Tony Gibson has spoiled me, Jack. I want to see a plumb shutdown. Don't let them.
Just trigger power.
For goodness sakes, come on. They had 470 yards.
Well, okay, you saw a lot of bend, don't break.
Yeah.
Okay. You saw a lot of game management out of that. Now, it would be nice, but look, we don't have the personnel that's going to go out there and strictly overpower a lot of the teams we play against, even if it's in East Carolina. Okay? You might see something different next week against Delaware State. We'll see.
Yeah.
But, I mean, basically you got a flip-flop match there. You've got, we played Tech. Tech played Delaware State Saturday, right?
I think it was Delaware.
There's 2 schools in Delaware?
Apparently.
Get out of here.
Apparently. That's where Joe Flacco played. Delaware.
Who's that?
Joe Flacco. He won a ball game today. He won a ball game today.
Cool.
Yeah. Who's he play for?
You know who he plays
You know
for.
who he plays for. You're going to learn.
Learn today.
Is that guy that hamstrung like a 3rd-tier market team into keeping him when he was obviously more...
Listen, when you guys...
Get your money, Joe.
More Tony Romo than Tom Brady.
Mountaineers football, guys. Mountaineers football. How about our special teams, Mikey? Let's talk a little bit about that. Mike Molina went 0 for 2. How does that make you feel?
Angry.
Yeah, a little agitated. Little, like, WTF on that.
Marcus Sims, 2 kick returns for 61 yards and a punt return for 23 yards. I loved it.
Yeah.
How long has it been, Mountaineer fans, since we've had somebody returning the ball and getting some positive yards?
Quit jocking them dudes.
Nothing against Gary Jennings,
No.
But Sims
is made
fast.
for that. He's just made for that.
Fast.
On his touchdown, okay, he's got the guy beat by a step. I mean, who are we talking about? I'm talking about the guy. I don't know the guy's name.
That guy.
Got him beat by a step, frames the ball, right? Ends up beating him by 2.5 steps.
Right.
Just
Let
twix.
me go here and get this.
Let me get that. No.
Billy Kinney averaging only 40 yards per punt. I guess he had his model with him this week. He wasn't limping. Didn't appear to be anyway.
That's rough.
I'm with Dana. How in the hell are you going to cramp up and you a punter? Huh?
Yeah, Dana was like,
Come on.
You know I love Coach, but man, Coach, you put that dude out there. You're in charge of special teams now. How you going to say that about your own guy?
yeah,
That's
that
true.
make
That's
him a
true.
little
Make
foolish.
up something. Make up something. Tell him he got turf toe. I don't know.
He cramping.
He cramping. No.
You're not cramping. You're not cramping.
And Evan Staley, our kickoff man.
Don't even get me
Another
started.
penalty for kicking it out of bounds.
What kills me is every other game I watch, other kicker kicking it out of the back of the damn end zone.
He did get a couple of touchbacks this week.
But just
Yeah, but still, they weren't going out.
No,
Yeah.
They're landing about 5 yards
Yeah,
deep, and
I'm
nobody's
just-
wanting to play them.
right.
You
I
know,
mean, it's fickle, but you know what I mean?
I can almost get by with not kicking it through the back of the end zone, but you got to keep it in between the halves.
Yeah,
I'm
keep it
sorry.
in play.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
at that
Burrell.
level, you got high school kids that are doing that now, man.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Come on. It's look. I want those guys to get better. That's it.
Let's get better,
You
yeah.
know, but
Like
man,
you said, or Mikey said, I can't remember which one of you guys it was, but that's Dana's.
Yeah.
That's Dana's
That's
toy
Dana.
now. That's Dana's toys now. You got to.
You got Gibby and Spavitt all doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But teach these guys how to kick a damn ball or get somebody in there that can.
I saw somebody on social media the other day wanting to do open tryouts for
Hey!
in Morgantown.
Hey, come on. Come on.
Two games in, you know.
Yeah, 2 games. Yeah, come on.
Molina's got it in him because we've seen him kicking
Sure.
50-plus yarders.
Yeah, but I'm worried. He better get his stuff together because I feel like there's
Well,
going to be some
good
games
thing
that
about
come
that
down.
is we have a few weeks
to a field
until it really.
Yeah.
It's
a little
but that's
intense.
a little bit about our East Carolina recap, guys. Penalties, 4 penalties for 55 yards, which was better. Matt Jones still doing some holding stuff there. But 4 penalties, I can get by with that. I mean, that's okay.
Didn't have any that, contributed to us losing a game.
Right.
So, better. And look, I mean, I almost went with this for the disappointment of the week, but that almost getting a targeting call on a shoulder-to-shoulder block.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is football, guys.
it's football. I mean, what are we going to do about this? Because the officials don't seem to get the memo that in football it's a contact sport.
Right.
You know, they made the right call, I guess, about getting blown up on the punt return. Defenseless perk.
That was
Fine.
No, I'm not even going there, Jack.
yeah.
Well, to the
Let
letter.
him catch a damn ball.
What?
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
I agree.
What?
To the letter.
If he
to the
was-
letter of the
No,
rule
but
book,
still.
they made the right call.
regardless
Well,
of the targeting on that one, though, you got to at least give him a chance to come down and be aware.
I went to
of what's
school with a
happening on
guy.
the
His name
field.
was Justin Gray. Grew up with him. You remember him probably. Remember Justin Gray?
Yeah.
Went to school with a guy. He played ball, Pee Wee football, and played in junior high football, and played 1 year in high school football. He did that number. Wasn't no fair catch the ball. Knocked his 2 front teeth out. Never played another down.
He know what the hell he's doing.
You got to fair catch that ball, man. I know you're hungry. I know you're hungry.
He should have, but that don't negate the fact you can't
Right.
hit a guy while he's still
Just like
looking
what
up
we
in the
talked
air.
about last week with Dana, some people said that he should have got that penalty. Same thing. Rules are rules, man.
Let me walk that back.
Yep.
Yeah, we're bringing issue with the rule, not how it was called.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Or I'm not even bringing with the play. Sometimes you got to throw a knockout punch like that, even if you get an unsportsmanlike. It's a 15-yard penalty. It's not an ejection. That is garbage.
Yeah.
But whatever.
We had 211 rushing yards, 403 passing yards. 4th down, we went 100%, 1 for 1. 3rd down, went 6 for 13. And we had 30 first downs, which I'll take it. We're going to do something new this week, Mountaineer Ramble fans. We're going to give out a game ball of the week, which is our opinions on who the player of the game was. Jack, I'm going to let you get started. Who would you give your game ball to this week?
Mr. Kaiser White.
Mr. Kaiser White.
Defense.
With his couple interceptions.
Now listen, you got two picks. Excellent. You got 5 tackles. Okay.
Right.
I got who came in with more tackles? It was Our
Benton.
Yeah.
Came in with more tackles. Kaiser was setting a tone out there on defense. He was lurking. He
was.
Just as much as I like a greedy back,
Ball hawking.
greedy,
Like-
just ball hawking, just playing with that guy out there. And he pulled down 2 picks. Probably had a chance at 5. Throughout the game that everybody was paying attention to, which was mostly the first half. I mean, just being a terror. I'm for it. That's the kind of thing.
That being said, Jack, I'm going to go back to what I was talking about with our defense, so you guys can understand a little bit how I'm feeling. Our defense is going to get better. Think about it. As long as they're practicing against our Will Greers and our Justin Crawfords and our Karan Whites and David Sills, it's going to make them better. So, nobody may get to Kaiser White or Drayvon Askew Henry's level this year, but give them time. They're young. You know what I mean?
Well, did you hear that commentary they were talking early in the game? It might have been right before kickoff. They were talking about how many active live tackle drills we did as a defense. That's a big deal for what Coach Gibson wanted to do this year.
I seen Dana Holgerson tackling a dummy in a video over the offseason.
I mean,
that was kind of cool.
You got to wrap up. But the whole point was, get the backs used to contact, get your tacklers used to good tackle.
Right.
I think it showed, and then they kind of jinxed us. And
there's nothing I hate more than a shoulder tackle.
Yeah, they kind of jinxed us when they were talking about that. Some guy broke 2 arm tackles and went for 30 yards. But I blame that on the commentators.
Right. Mikey, who are you going to give your game ball to this week?
Mr. David Seals.
Okay.
He was my number 2. He was doing work.
David Seals was impressive.
Every year, buddy.
But
every game.
That being said, he had another drop that was right there.
He did. Should have come down with it.
I was ready to forgive him in that drop in the end zone against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, he had a couple.
I was ready to forgive him in the drop against Virginia Tech. I was like, the pass was a little low, and then he dropped one. Against East Carolina. I'm like, come on.
Well, then next week he's going to have no drops. It'll be fine.
He's good. He's a good ball player. Mm-hmm. My game ball of the week goes to Mr. Marcus Sims because he was a little bit everywhere. I mean, he only had
literally.
He only had one reception.
He just set the momentum though.
Set the pace
because he just
kept returns on offense. I mean, and
people looking at him saying this guy's fast. We better double up over here.
Down the field threat,
terror.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Scared of him.
Yeah, play through terror.
Put fear in their heart.
But that's our game balls, guys. If you guys want to give out a game ball, shoot us a message. We'd love to hear from you. But let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with Crackback Jack's Discipline of the Week.
Hi, my name is Stephen P. New, attorney at law, and I'm a proud sponsor of the Mountaineer Ramble. I'm a sports fan, just like many of you. So tune in to my friends John Covey Cole, Jack Kincaid, and Michael Covey, and enjoy some talk about sports. And remember, anytime you want to, just ramble on.
Crackback Jack's Disappointment of the Week.
What's up, Ramble fans? You got Crackback Jack here with your second Disappointment of the Week. I'm a big Premier League soccer fan. That's something you guys probably didn't know about me. I prefer it on Sundays prior to NFL. It takes away the nasty taste of waking up on Sunday morning. But I don't so much like it during my college football on Saturday. So if anybody watched the Louisiana Tech Mississippi State game, you had a little greased pig action, and it's a little bit rough. It cost about, I think the total was 93 yards. So cue up yakety sax, and here's your disappointment of the week.
43 in their 4-minute offense.
So, I mean, I know you guys like me watch a lot of Premier League soccer on Sunday mornings.
I didn't know if I was watching rugby or what there.
You know, I've seen that play in middle school. I mean, those kids are like 11, 12.
That's big and
I don't know. I don't know how old. I don't know.
Could you imagine the guys chasing the ball down? I'm going to get it. Oh, Trackz gone again.
No, I'm going to get it.
Yeah. Well, it was like the opposite of last week and Lamar Jackson trying to Bronco bust that kid from Purdue.
It wasn't nobody riding the ball this time. It was just the ball.
I was waiting on to put the music to it. I was just waiting on it. Yep. That's just not how you play football,
Nah,
Eric.
you can't do that.
It wasn't a football play.
No, it was definitely not.
He didn't make a football move.
Yeah, they're a flag on that
Speaking
one.
about football and the lack thereof, let's talk a little bit about what else happened in the Big 12 this week, guys. Number 11, Oklahoma State, who is now number 9, beat South Alabama 44-7.
How about those lids? I mean, you can't really say anything about the game. That was throwaway.
The lids are sharp.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Sharp
Yeah.
lids.
I wasn't sure I clicked it on the right channel when I started watching. I was like, oh, okay, this is it. This is
Yep.
it.
They're not men.
Kansas State, who was number 19, is now number 18 after their victory against Charlotte, 55-7. It's Charlotte.
That makes Daddy's heart hurt.
Yeah. You know, obviously we beat East Carolina 56-20.
Obviously.
Still wasn't good enough for anybody.
It wasn't.
Even though
We're still hating.
Even though that 20 points is 2 field goals.
Some people's fussing that we should have been ranked. I don't think we should have been ranked.
Nah.
We shouldn't have been ranked.
But
You have
we're
no.
losing votes.
Oh, yeah, I don't get that. I don't
shouldn't
get
have lost
losing
any
votes.
votes. That's
But-
garbage. That's
ESPN, man, we done talked about it.
If we were a particular race, you know what that would be. We're happen to be a cultural group, and apparently in football, you can ostracize and hate a cultural group as much as you want. So that's fine. But you know, what's that 20 points reflect? 2 field goals, 1 legitimate touch. So they did put together a drive. Now be mad about that. And then 1 breakaway.
95-yard. Yeah.
Look, that guy's going to go to the pros and catch 2 or 3 touchdowns in his career. Great.
Yeah, good on you.
Hey.
In a nice game, I was rooting for Iowa State in this one, guys. They ended up coming up short.
That's what you get.
They came up short against Iowa, 44-41 in overtime.
Can I say something here?
Sure.
I mean,
Throw it out
you
there,
got Big 12 on Big 10 violence. I mean, why can't there be 2 losers? Go Hawkeye!
Number 23 number 23 TCU beat Arkansas. TCU is now number 20, 28-7. I thought Arkansas was going to put up a better fight.
I did
than that.
too. I
Yeah,
thought that might
I
be a little stunner.
I didn't see that coming at all.
San Jose State got mowed down by Texas. They're back.
Oh!
Texas is back. 56-0.
Hold
Woo!
on. Is it this upcoming week?
That
They got USC.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they're going to play them double or nothing. San Jose State said, fine, you beat us at football. Well, we've got Ultimate Disc or surfing out here. Take your pick, boys.
Extreme badminton.
Kansas, their winning streak of 1 dissipates. They lost to Central Michigan 45-27. Central Michigan is a decent ball team.
The Woodchucks or
I don't know who they are.
I don't know.
I know they were ranked last year before last or something.
Yeah, they won a few games.
UTSA beat Baylor.
Oh.
Who's UTSA, Mikey?
University of Texas, San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas.
Oh,
17
I thought that meant
to
something
10.
else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Suck ass.
No, I mean, I thought you had to go see a doctor about that. But
They got pills for that.
Yeah, they get.
anyway, I mean,
Unless you're Baylor, then they got all the miles for that.
there again, Baylor can't do enough wrong to them.
No, they got a lot of work to
No, nice. You're perfect as is.
And the highlight
Stay there.
matchup of the week for most people in the country, myself including, was the number 5 Oklahoma Sooners going up against the number 2 Ohio State Buckeyes. Oklahoma come alive in the second half and won 31-16.
My younger cousin today said, I guess I'm going to start having to root for Ohio State. And I said, nice knowing you, kid.
Yeah, you can't do that.
But like Jack said earlier, I was.
How about Baker
both teams
Mayfield?
move?
How about Baker Mayfield's punk ass strolling around the stadium with the OU flag and spiking it in the center of the Buckeye Stadium? Are you okay with that? If he would have did that in Morgantown, he probably would have got shot.
No, if they'd have done that in Morgantown, it would have snowed 5 feet. I would have frozen, and we would have missed a kick and a couple of things that made Oklahoma look really. I'm sorry.
But Justin Crawford would
I'm
have
sorry.
got a lot of yards.
I'm still salty about that. But no, hey, look, disrespect the field, do all that, fine. That kid should be benched anyway. But if you're gonna let somebody like Zeke play on Sunday, why not let somebody?
How about that?
Why not let somebody with 2 last names play on Saturday? It's fine. And the thing
May
is,
Baker see the field? Baker?
hey, Hey, the thing is, that's Ohio State. That's, you're in the horseshoe. Guess what? If somebody disrespects the horseshoe in Ohio State, you got enough people there, you got a good enough team, I think you take it out on them. So, look, I wish, again, Big 10, Big 12. Why can't there be 2 losers? If you can't have that.
Oklahoma comes up to number 2 in the country now, which a lot of people don't realize this, but the Big 12 needed that win. Jack, I know how you feel about the Big 12.
Yeah.
But, Mikey, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Big 12 needed that win.
Yeah, I suppose
so. What do you mean you're supposed to? Think about it.
Okay, what if Oklahoma loses next week? Then it means nothing, right? Then it pretty much means nothing.
Probably not.
You know what I mean?
But who are
These
the
leagues-
teams
these
in the
leagues
Big
don't
12?
mean anything.
You got Oklahoma and Texas, the way the outside world sees the Big 12, right?
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Texas is back. Okay, we ain't worried about them.
Yeah.
We need Oklahoma to win until November 25th,
Yeah,
until
I
we
guess.
go
Yeah.
to Norman.
Yeah.
I'm not cheering for these guys.
That's me too.
I'm not cheering for
It's
these
good.
guys.
It's
Forget
good.
about
It's good for the league, but I'm not cheering for them.
I'm not cheering for these guys. I don't care about that league. That league doesn't care about
We know
me.
he does not give it.
The league doesn't care about me. They don't care about
They
me.
care about
Tim.
you. That's why they let you start.
They do not. They do not. I mean, heck, all college football doesn't care about that league.
They don't. They
you
don't.
just said last year Central Michigan crept up in the rankings and all
Yeah.
that. Leagues don't matter. They're garbage. They're
facade.
political things.
Garbage.
Garbage.
I ain't gonna sit and argue with you guys about this all night.
Why not?
I respectively disagree with you.
Yeah, fine.
I'm not necessarily rooting for Oklahoma, but that was crucial to the Big 12.
I'll just say
that was
this,
crucial to the
Charlie.
Big 12.
We differ in our fandom as you're a real fan, and I don't particularly like this game.
That's true. That's true, Jack. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm just
You
blood in,
told me
blood out.
time and time again, I don't care about this game.
At all. Blood in, blood
You're a
out.
Mountaineer.
I am.
That's it. That's it.
I am initiated. That is true. It's just I can't get away from it. I hate the things they do. I hate the things they change. I hate the way the game is going.
Speaking
I
of
hate all
things they
this
do, Mikey, what was you telling me about a statue in Morgantown?
Yeah, Milo Puskar statue went up.
Really?
Yeah.
You got pictures?
Yeah, around here somewhere.
Let me Google it. See if we can find it.
Yeah. Well, I thought that didn't really make much sense to me, considering he's already got the stadium named after him. I mean, if it had been me, I'd have had a statue of Don Nealon go up there, but that's just me. I guess that guy gave him a lot of money.
I'm sure. I know Jack doesn't have anything else in the Big 12. Mikey, do you have anything else in the Big 12?
I don't.
Well, let's go ahead and take a commercial break, and we'll come back with your fun bits. How about it?
Let's do that.
Be right back.
The Mountaineer Ramble, sponsored in part by El Mariachi, Mexican restaurant and cantina on Airport Road in Beaver. Open 7 days a week, offering a mouth-watering array of delicious Mexican cuisine. Stop by and see Jay and Jose, and you'll see for yourself why El Mariachi was voted the best Mexican restaurant in southern West Virginia. El Mariachi will spice up your day.
It's time once again for Mikey's Fun Bits.
Hey, Ramble fans. This one here, tug on your heartstrings a little bit. Pat Tillman. If you don't know who he is, Google him. But just a quick rundown. Played football at Arizona State. Got drafted by the Cardinals. Turned down millions of dollars to go serve his country after 9/11. So yeah, anyway, guys, check this one out. Guys, I'd love to see that.
That's cool.
This
I
is
mean-
Great American, and
Exactly, a great
The
American.
only thing that would have made that better is if they would have blared Hulk Hogan's theme song during that. I am a real American.
No reason to say they can't do that.
They could do that. We should write a letter or something.
So,
Strongly worded.
That's kind of awesome.
yeah,
Tillman, everything a dude ought to be in this country.
Yep, that's it.
That's cool. I ain't got much to say about that at all.
I do. Pat
Cheers.
Tillman,
Cheers.
we hardly knew you, brother. So, come up on that shirt, partner.
Hey, you like that shirt? That
ain't
is my
bad.
Dorseys Hogtails shirt, guys.
Dorseys Hogtails.
Yeah, over in High School
Route 60.
Yes, sir.
Ha!
You ever coming back from Morgantown? Ever going to Morgantown? Stop in and get you some bites, Steve.
Every once and again.
They got good foods, good drinks.
Good eats.
All the time got good music.
Good people.
Oh, yeah.
This fellow's always frequent, at least saying, I'm not from here.
Yeah.
You'd have to know the backstory on that, but I've actually been by there twice in the past week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know where Corliss is, folks.
Oh,
Yeah, but anyway,
go
that's
check them out, guys. They're
that's a handsome
good
shirt.
people. They really are. And they actually sell these shirts, too, so you guys go out there and get you one of those. They got them in blue, black, and
Gold.
I can't remember the other color.
Don't make life plans for me.
Sorry. Congratulations goes out to Aaron Gunther for getting our trivia question right last week.
Good job, bud. Well
Very
done.
good.
Tough one.
Which was, help me out here, boys.
Chuck Howard.
Chuck Alley.
Chuck
Chuck
Howard.
Howard.
Mikey threw it at him. That's
Yeah.
right.
Mikey threw him in curveball.
Super Bowl V.
Outlaw.
We'll have some more trivia for you guys later on this week, and we'll be giving away. Show them again there, Mikey. Another Mountaineer Ramble hat and
One,
an
the
autograph
only.
photo of Skyler Howard.
Skyler Howard.
But keep in touch, guys. We'll see you guys later in the week. We'll give that away. But we actually have 2 tickets to the Delaware State game coming
What?
up this weekend
Kind of like Paradise, but in Morgantown.
in Morgantown at a noon kickoff.
Okay.
They ain't gonna do like no FedEx Field and make you wait 4 hours before you get in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Garbage.
People tailgating in your parking spot.
Yeah, well, let's
So
go park
tailgating
here.
on the entry ramps.
Yeah.
But we will clue you guys into how you can win these tickets. Actually, it'll probably already be out there by the time this airs. So I'll probably scratch all this, but if not, we'll let you guys know how to win these tickets. We told you guys last week that we were going to talk a little bit about our opinions on the biggest upsets in the last 10 years in college football, which was actually Mikey's idea, and that's actually a pretty good topic. There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Of course, we could go straight to the Appalachian State and Michigan back in
Yeah,
2007.
that's the one that usually just comes to mind.
Right, but as a Mountaineer fan, there's at least one that's a little higher than that one.
We're going to talk about that?
Well, I don't like to, but we're talking the biggest upsets the last 10 years, and that's was 10 years ago.
That's one of them.
13-9. That's
Still hurts.
That's
Still
a
hurts.
couple digits that Mountaineer fans remember well. Rich Rodriguez.
Put that on my tombstone.
Rich Rodriguez headed out of town and give us a 13-9. Pat McAfee, as great as he was, he missed a few crucial
Yeah.
kicks in that. But there's, like I said, there's a lot to choose from. 2007 alone was a crazy
There's a
year.
few of them.
There was a lot of stars that aligned just perfectly to get our Mountaineers in the national championship, and then it just
Crapped all over it. Crept into bed.
I'm sorry to keep taking you there, man, but that was. Tell me, as a Mountaineer fan, do you think of a bigger upset than that?
Nah.
No, I mean,
No,
it's
that's-
right there.
It's just an open wound, man.
It really is. Even though it was 10 years ago, it still hurts just as bad.
It
don't
feels
it?
like yesterday.
2010, James Madison beat Virginia Tech, who was ranked 13th at the time. That's that was a nice little upset there.
Yep. We had one earlier this year. Howard University.
Yeah, that was
UNLV.
Yeah, I think
Hey.
that was how'd they word that? That was the highest or the biggest upset
Against the spread.
against the spread.
I think
Yeah.
UNLV was like a 45-point favorite.
No.
No.
I wonder if anybody's out there betting on Baylor anymore. You think?
Not anybody smart. Not anybody smart. And if I'm correct,
So like Dana Holgerson over there.
if I'm correct, Howard University quarterback is Cam Newton's little brother.
That's right. He is. I mean, he's obviously does not have the tangibles, if you will.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be playing at Howard
No.
University.
No, definitely
Anyway.
won't be playing at Howard. East Carolina that we just beat this past weekend. They upset us back in 2008. We was ranked number 8th in the country.
I was very upset.
And they beat us 24-3. That was another Pat White ball game, one of the few that he did not perform. That was the same year that in 2007, we was talking about that a minute ago. That's the same year USC, number 2, got beat by the unranked Stanford. That's when Stanford started their rise. Mm-hmm. And I think that was Jim Harbaugh's first year there, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he put them on the map for sure.
He did. I think David Shaw has kept them
afloat.
I think he's a better football coach than Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh was there for a few years and did some things. How long has Shaw been there now? Few? And they're still a contender. I mean, they didn't play so great against USC last week.
Well, I think USC might be the real deal, though.
Well,
to be determined.
Ever since their sanctions a couple years ago, they've been chomping at the bits trying to get back up in there, and they might be there this year.
It just still irks me. They don't got no names on the back of their jerseys.
Who are they?
Yeah,
who are these guys?
This really bothers me.
It is bothersome.
Because there's only one guy on that team I can tell you who it is.
I can't tell you anybody.
Sam Darnold.
Okay, yeah.
I could tell you one other person on that team, and watching the damn game don't help me none.
Who's the ball coach?
What's Sarkisian? Not no more.
He went to Alabama, and now he's coaching somewhere in the NFL, isn't he? As a coordinator or some stuff?
You got me. I don't know. That's the luck to you, Sarkisian. Just don't be drinking driving.
He's been on that show, Hunting the Strigoi, wasn't he?
He's...
the Strain.
Yeah, I thought he was dead, but he's not dead.
He's not dead. He cut his head off.
Season finale this week.
Woo! Excited.
Good stuff.
It is. We'll flip the switch on you a little bit. We talked a little bit about the upsets against us. How about the 2006 Sugar Bowl when nobody in the country thought we was going to beat Georgia? We won 38-35.
Yep.
That's a good one. Mm-hmm. And what about 2008 Fiesta Bowl when WVU beat Oklahoma?
Yeah.
That was the year old Bill Stewart come in and left no doubt. I'm sure you guys remember that one. Mm-hmm. And then you got the 2012 Orange Bowl where we put that whomping on Clemson, 70-33. Oh. Matter of fact, I read this morning that the Mountaineers just scored again. I'm just saying. I read it this morning I read it.
That's a lot of push-ups for a Mountaineer.
Did you see the Mountaineer? I thought he tapped out there over the weekend, but...
Buddy, you can just skip chest day in the gym. It's
right.
I'll tell you that.
You good.
Good Lord.
They wonder why the Mountaineers always swelled up at the end of the season. Now, you know. The more you know. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
But that's a little bit about the biggest upset in the last 10 years. I'm sure there's many that we're not mentioning. But, yeah, there's some the upsets in the last 10 years. Hopefully there's many more. That's why I love college football. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. We've already had one this year. So
we're going to have more. Matter of fact, I smell an upset coming in Norman at the end of the season, if you know what I'm saying. You know, they ain't going to be.
But it might not be an upset at the time.
Oh,
who knows?
Well,
the way we going, I mean, I know the way they going too. They on top of the world right now.
On top of the world, Craig.
They're right in the middle of that O right there.
Did you see where Baker Mayfield come out and apologize for that?
Did he?
Don't apologize.
No, you can't do something that brash.
No.
I'm sorry, guys. Nope.
He said,
stick by it.
He said, I should have. I let my emotions get to me. I should have waited until I got to the locker room.
He's probably drunk again.
He said I should have waited until I got to the locker room. You gonna take the flag in the locker room?
Woo!
Put it there in the urinal. Hey, wow.
You gonna do something like that? Just go all out. Don't hold back.
Don't apologize. If you apologize, you just make yourself look stupid.
Yeah, because it's already done. They just look like a sissy. Don't stand by what you do.
Well, I mean, look at it. He knew that it was his last time playing at that field. He knew he was not going to be back. Woo. That's a ballsy move.
That is.
That's a Bakerfield move.
Yeah, like we can sit here and just say it's in poor taste and wouldn't have done it. But at the same time, if old Golden Blue had been in the horseshoe and beat him that night, and Will Greer did that,
shoot him with that musket.
Yeah, I'd been so chubbed up. Oh my!
Right. You can imagine how pumped Oklahoma fans were when that happened.
Yeah.
And if Jack was here, this will be about the time he says he does not wish nice things on the Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah, they're too greedy even for Jack.
They are.
They can only have one field. You can't have one in Norman, one in Columbus. You just got the one in Norman, okay?
Just one. Don't be stabbing no AstroTurf. It's not going to work.
I tell you what, picture this. I'd lose my dad, burn mine. In Normandy, last game of the regular season, we beat the piss out of them. Will Greer, take this West Virginia flag for it. Go wave it around. Put it right in that OU.
No, don't put it in there and just wave it around and smack Lincoln Riley in the face. Wham!
How you like me now?
Hey, guys, let's check in with Brandon Lowe and see how the high school ramble's going this week.
What's up, Mountaineer Ramble Nation? This is your High School Ramble with Brandon Lowe right here on the Brandon Lowe Show 95, the Sports Fox, and recapping Week 3 in high school football around the Mountain State. Let me move this cup. Starting with the highlight of the week. Normally a highlight of the week is a certain play of the week, but for the highlight of the week this week, for Week 3, Focus snaps a 39-game losing streak with a victory over Buffalo. Coach Seth Ramsey was happy for his players, most importantly for his 2 seniors who haven't won a game playing for the Dogs, Kenny Gibson and Harris Sigmund. Poco will host Logan this week. Player of the week goes to Yvonne Vaughn of Cabell Midland. Vaughn helped a rushing attack well over 400 yards against the Redskins of Hurricane, cruising to a 41-21 win. Vaughn ended that game with 278 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Great game, young man. Game of the week in Week 3 goes to Riverside. They get a big win on the road at Ripley, giving the Vikings their first loss of the season. Ripley now falls to 2-1. Riverside improves to 2-1 on the season as well. They continue to be one of those teams. A lot of guys coming back on offense, 10 guys back on offense. Coach Davis has done a tremendous job. The Warriors over at Riverside, they got some nice momentum right now, and they find themselves tied for 5th in the recent SSAC rankings that came out with Capital and Class AAA. Student section of the week goes to Liberty Lunatics. You guys have been close the past 2 weeks or so, and this time you guys get student section of the week. You can watch their madness every Friday night. Those kids do a great job over there showing their school support and the football team. You can go to their Twitter at LHS_lunatics_. So check that out. Each Friday night, you guys do a tremendous job. Honorable mention goes to Jaden Hayes of Huntington. Another great performance out of the kid. This kid also plays basketball, did a tremendous job in last year's state title game. And this is a kid that can, obviously a multi-sport or a athlete, but this kid does a tremendous job every single week. This is a kid that definitely is one of those kids that'll be up for consideration of the Kennedy Award for State Player of the Year. The kid, man, 228 yards rushing. Huntington improves to 3-0 in the season. They've just been having tremendous wins each week. They went up on the hill this past week against GW, getting the victory there, 35-17, and it's just great job by Jane Hayes and the Highlanders as a whole, as a team, continue to be one of the best teams in Class AAA. They find themselves at number 3 in Class AAA's rankings, so SSAC rankings. So good job by the Highlanders. Big games this week. Capital Cabell Midland. That's going to be a great one in the MSAC. You got Parksburg at Huntington, South Charleston at Riverside. South Charleston trying to bounce back from a tough loss against Johnson Central Kentucky. South Charleston's a young team. This certainly they're somewhere around, I believe, 18. So they're right outside the top 16. The latest rankings, Riverside again find themselves at 5. This could be a big win as far as how the math is involved, and could push South Charleston at least in that top 16 early in the season in that second set of rankings that will come out after Week 4's action. GW at Spring Valley, another big one there. University of William Park. Fairmont Senior at Bridgeport. This could potentially be, I think this is the biggest game of the week. 2 teams that, what can you say about Bridgeport? State championships, and Fairmont Senior, Dante Stills, who plays at Fairmont Senior, who's committed to the Mountaineers to play up there when he graduates from Fairmont Senior. So that's a tremendous game. Up north, Sissonville at Mingo Central. Talk about a Sissonville team coming off a 39-16 victory this past week over Scott. They're 3-0. It's a team that's in the top 10, top 5 in playoff rankings right now. Mingo Central, one of those teams coming off the state championship from last season, yet to lose from last year, and putting up 60 points, 65 I believe, over Logan this past week. So that's going to be a nice one. And Wayne at Winfield, also a good one there. Don't forget the playoff rankings are now out, and you can check them out at wvssac.org. Just click football and the rankings will be right there. Or you can go to our website, 95thesportsfox.com, and we will update the rankings each week.
Come on down to the shops in the Ville in Whitesville, West Virginia. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Plenty of options to choose from here at Bad Dog Graphics and Embroidery. Pick from one of our many designs. Or if you'd like, get a customized t-shirt here at the shop. If you're needing 1, 20, or 200, we're here to serve you. But that's not all. We also offer embroidery work here at Mad Dog Graphix. We can also do customized decals as well. Need a banner for your next outdoor event? We've got you covered. About anything you can think of, bring it on in. We could probably customize it for you. And while you're here, go ahead and check out some of the other stores here at the shop, like Bev's Country Closet. They've got tarts, primitives, and so much more. Have a computer or smartphone problems? Stop in to see Mountaineer Electronics while you're here. They'll get you lined out in a jiffy. You can also check out Beach Bum Tanning while you're here. Some of the best prices around. And coming soon to the shops in the Ville is the Country Bakery and Coffee Shop. No matter what you're hankering, there's something for everyone here at the shops in the Ville. So stop on in and see Wayne and Sandy at Mad Dog Graphix and Embroidery in Lightsville, West Virginia. Call 304-415-3113 for more information.
Y'all come back now. Yeah.
There you go. Some high school stuff happening, guys. They just put out the brackets for the playoff. 16 teams getting, obviously it's a long way to go, but it's a start. But anyway, let's talk a little bit now about the Big 12 and what we got coming up this week. Still not a lot of
marquee matchups, but there's a few in there.
Well, we got, we're playing Delaware State this weekend, which we'll talk more about that shortly, but I don't expect that to be any kind of ball game.
Nah, I mean Delaware State, congratulations on having a football program, but that's glorified scrimmage.
That's about it right there.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Come get your paycheck and go on down the road.
Yeah.
About all
if we did drop 56 on East Carolina, we can drop 56 on these guys in the damn quarter. So it's just we can get to watch the boys play though. That's all
we'll get to watch
them
play. We'll get to watch them what they're capable of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I want to see Greg put up 500.
I want to see him put up 600. He could have put up 600 there this past weekend if they wouldn't put him out in the ball game. Let him go out there and get pound him.
He's still in the talk, though. They talking about him already.
They don't even know yet. They're going to learn.
Willie G on the way.
If he would have had Marcus Sims against Virginia Tech, we'd have won that ball game.
What is it Jack says? That boy good.
That boy
just so fast.
He only caught one pass, but he set the mold. He set the mold.
Yes, he just got that breakaway speed, man.
Kansas is looking to get back on their winning habits. Wait a minute, we're not talking basketball, are we?
Nah.
Kansas is trying to win game 2.
Trying to.
You know what's depressing, though? They're 1-1 right now, and so are we.
Come on now.
That's depressing, dude.
But
that made me want to smack my mama.
Don't smack my mom.
Remember that?
Don't you smack my mom.
Chili's so good.
Slap your mama.
But they're going to play Ohio. I guess that's
Bobcat
Athens.
fighting.
I don't know. They're playing at noon.
Bird and the Bobcat.
Iowa State's playing Akron.
Akron.
Did you see where? Help me out. What's Penn State's?
Oh, James Franklin.
Did you see what he said about beating them?
Mm-hmm.
Which I actually listened to the full clip today. What media does not want you to see is the full clip.
Yeah.
Because he starts by saying, it was if them winning last year was like the Super Bowl to them, us winning this year is like us beating Akron. And then he follows that up with, it's like us beating, he's mentioned another couple other teams. He said, whatever team we're playing that week is who we're playing that week.
Oh.
So that was making
that's a prime example. Just take something out of
context.
Take
it out of context, man.
It sound good, though.
Yeah,
headline. Get the shares for you.
Number 9, Oklahoma State gets to go and play Pittsburgh.
Oh, just Sweet Caroline.
Eat it.
Spoonfuls.
Mike Gundy going to go up there and put some of that mullet magic on him.
Oh, he's a man. He's at least 50.
Him or kids he's coaching now.
They're still kids.
Kids. Baylor going to play Duke, which I don't expect Baylor to win this game.
It'd be a hell of a basketball game.
Well, it would be.
It's ain't basketball yet.
Duke's not what they were, but Baylor, daggone sure ain't what they were. They're playing at 12:30 on Saturday. SMU, the Mustangs, they're going to play number 20 TCU. I don't look for that game to be close.
Yeah.
It's at 3 o'clock Saturday. Tulane is going against Oklahoma, number 2 Oklahoma, 6 o'clock Saturday. I don't know how I feel about poor little Tulane after all that adrenaline Oklahoma got playing Ohio State. You know they're still going to be jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
They going to hurt them boys.
Yeah. Y'all just take it easy on them. Don't hurt them boys.
7:30, you got number 18th Kansas State going up against Vanderbilt, which could be a good matchup.
I look for the first half of that game to be somewhat competitive.
Vanderbilt's going to play ball.
But Kansas State discipline, Bill Snyder, that team, that might be the most disciplined football team in the Big 12.
Well, I mean, it has been for a while.
Yeah, because they ain't always the best, but by golly, them boys is disciplined.
You know what scares me?
Bill Snyder's hair.
No, just Bill Snyder's team. You know, last year we beat them 17-16, thanks to a Mike Mullane field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. He's not hitting right now.
Nah,
we need that field goal, dude.
I'm confident Willie G won't put us in that position.
You don't need no field goal?
Nah.
Okay. Well, you got.
Well, the way it's looking, we can't rely on no damn field goal.
Well, that's a fact. Maybe we get Willie G kicking the field goals.
I bet he could do it. I bet he could do it.
Kissing them calf muscles?
Yes. It reminds me of like a young, longer-haired Justin Tucker.
More beefy.
Yes.
You talking about kicker for Baltimore, right?
Yes, that guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although Tucker's pretty cool. It's hard to be that cool. He's pretty.
He is a pretty cool guy. But anyway.
It's nice to talk about our Ravens without having Jack come down on us.
It is, man. 1-0. Ravens 1-0.
1-0. I don't know how the
beat the Bengals.
Redskins are 0-1, right?
Steelers beat the Browns by 3 points. So there's that. I mean,
there's that.
They're bragging about it, but
anyway, they play at Kansas State. Vanderbilt play at 7:30, which is another good out of conference matchup. You know, I mentioned earlier in the week how big that game was against Ohio State.
Massive.
This is another big game. It's not on the level of that one. But for the Big 12,
that's not no
but for
Akron
the Big 12
or Delaware State. That's a
Big 12 to keep their credibility.
It's a credible game.
They need to win that
Very
game.
credible game right there. There's another one. After that one at 8 o'clock.
Who's that?
Arizona State and Tech. I mean, I don't look for Tech to even win that game, to be honest with you.
Well, Tech's got the offense like they always do. They just have no defense.
Not a lick of it. Just Kingsbury needs to quit worrying about his damn hair and his glasses.
He's a pretty boy.
Coach his
He's a
football
pretty
team.
man. He got to put his fop in.
But them still kids. I mean, yeah, he's definitely not no Dapper Dan man.
And then Texas Longhorns going down to Irvine, California at 8:30 to play number 4 in the country, USC. Which
Trojans, be careful.
Wow, Trojans, don't be careful. Trojans come in there asleep. Let Texas put one on them. That would make us look great. If the Longhorns could go in there and somehow pull it out against USC, which I don't think is going to happen.
I mean,
but it would be nice.
Speaking of upsets, I mean, it's Texas, so you know what I mean?
They're back.
Yeah, they're back. But the way Texas looks thus far, if they did win that game, that would be a hell of an upset.
Well, if USC comes in there sleeping, Texas might slap in the mouth. Never know.
And nothing worse than getting slapped in the mouth by a Longhorn.
I don't know. I don't know the over-under on that, but it would be nice.
It's probably pretty wide.
But that's Big 12 Week 3. Next week, the Big 12 starts conference play, which I'm excited about. Even though we start with Kansas.
I like that.
You like that?
Yes.
We got Kansas off week, TCU, then Texas Tech.
Because it's almost, the way it's looking, it's almost like we just start with the worst and build, you know what I mean? Start with Kansas, end with Oklahoma. So it's almost like we start with the worst. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it.
Well, I didn't like it so much at the beginning of the season, but
now?
Looking at it, yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it's going to be a tough stretch here at the end.
Oh, yes.
With, you know, even Texas, I think it's Oklahoma State, Texas.
November.
Oklahoma.
We'll have a long November.
Long November.
Yes.
It's easy to believe.
November rain.
Maybe this year will be better than the last.
Songs.
Crows, you gonna count them? Count them crows. But that's a little bit of the Big 12, guys. Really not a whole lot to look at there. Like I said, there's only a couple good matchups. But we got Delaware State. There's not really too much to be excited about this game. It is another glorified practice, like you said earlier.
I mean,
show. It's
they're way worse than East Carolina, and look what we did to them. So, I mean, what do you say about it? I mean,
well, check out this scenario. Virginia Tech plays East Carolina this weekend. What if East Carolina goes up there and beats them? That's going to be all kind of wild.
Everybody's just going to be just...
They ain't going to know what to think.
It's a mess in the head.
But Delaware State, I can't tell you any of their ball players. I could have probably did some digging and found some, but
Why?
There's no sense
Why?
in it.
I mean, they don't need to sugarcoat it.
Pardon?
They don't need to sugarcoat it.
No, there's not.
Mountaineers
don't go in there sleeping, though. Go in there and play ball. Don't go in there and just, this is Delaware State. Of course we're going to beat them. Well,
once again, that's why I like this. The East Carolina, Delaware State, and Kansas, I like them three together. Get the
off week right there, though. I don't like where the off week's
yeah, the bye week. I'm not thrilled about that. But the three lower tier teams we're playing back to back to back, I like that because work out all the kinks in your football. You know what I mean?
Right, but you're not going to know all the kinks are there until you play a good team.
Hey, we beat East Carolina, but there was a lot of stuff we still had to work on.
Like what?
I wasn't through with our pass defense because they was kind of, you know what I mean? Their offense kind of could move the ball a lot better than they should have.
They was moving the ball up down the field, and
Yeah.
they was just shooting themselves in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously our special team still needs work.
I mean, and Daniel was talking about that earlier, press conference.
Saw that.
Just, I mean, I like that.
What I like seeing with the Mountaineers is the problems that I'm seeing is fixable. Will they get fixed this year? I don't know. But they are fixable.
Yep.
I got a friend of mine that told me that Tony Gibson plumb ate the defense alive at halftime against ECU.
Crawled up in that hole.
Crawled up in them, and he said for 15 minutes straight, he was laying into them. Which I don't blame him. Even though they only had 3 points, they were moving the ball very well.
Exactly. So
don't let that happen this weekend.
Once again, that's what I'm saying. You get these little, you know what I mean? Nobody's were playing. You could just, you know what I mean? Work, just detail and just fine tune everything, buddy. When we,
do you expect to see twos come in before halftime?
Nah, I look for them to start second half probably.
Did you see why Dana said that he didn't start them the second half?
I didn't.
He said that he wanted them to be comfortable working on adjustments and coming out of the half.
There you go.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
Throughout the year, so get used to it.
Yeah. He mentioned the blocking was better on the punt returns, kick returns. I'm not a huge X's and O's guys, X's and O guy, but is that the case, or is Marcus Sims just that quick, ready to roll? You know what I mean?
We got 4.3 speed.
Can you think of the last time we had a credible returner?
Davon? Austin?
That's about the last one I remember that was doing things back here. There may have been a few after that, but I can't remember them.
I mean, that's obviously the most notable. I mean, hell, this guy got a play that I'm pretty sure was invented just for him. A little
touch pass. Everybody using it.
Everybody's all over us now. I've seen in Canada's using it. Playing damn soccer. They picked it up. Smacked it, buddy. Hey, go on ahead with it.
Well, I reckon.
What I do want to see this week, I want to see Sims get him back. Run one back. Punt or kick, run one back.
Something Dana touched on and I agree with. He could do better than what he's doing.
Sims?
Yeah. He's catching the ball, hesitating, and then going. He said if Sims catches that ball and takes off, then bam, there you go. But I understand as a football player, you want to kind of look at your chessboard and see where you're going.
I mean, it just depends, you know. Sometimes it's beneficial to wait, let, you know what I mean, your blocks develop, then make your way. Sometimes you get that ball, get your ass up the field. You know what I mean? It's just
got to go.
I mean,
got stuff to do.
It just varies from play to play.
But that's a little bit about Delaware State and what we need to see. Really no need to spend a lot of time on that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a nice little scrimmage. Don't go in there sleeping, boys. Don't go in there and let them
score or drop 400 yards on you because the people that do the polls are watching. I mean, that was apparent. You know,
I'll tell you what, as a football team, they need to strive to score more than they did one half of football against East Carolina.
Well, see that, yeah and no. I mean, yeah, but from a respectable standpoint, no.
Respecting who? Them Hornets of Delaware State?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like I said, good for them. Come down to Morgantown, see what a real football team look like. But first half, you getting the whoop down put on you.
A little smacky.
Yeah. Just pick up a stick, hit all them Hornets right in the mouth. Grab the raid, too.
I mean, ain't nothing worse cutting the grass than having Hornets just come out on you.
Yeah. One almost got me today.
Don't let them get you. Don't let them Hornets get you. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Come back with a little bit of trivia for you guys. Remember, we are giving away Mr. Skyler Howard's autograph photo compliments of the Dell Sparks collection with all-pro photography and framing. And one of these lovely Mountaineer Ramble hats from Bad Dog Graphix. So we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dale Sparks, and you're not. Live from Morgantown. I have no idea what we're doing here, but I'm having fun doing it. But we're busy here at All Pro Photography, making frames, making photos, cutting mats, doing all the work that you need for those framing projects at your home, or your office, or your car. A lot of people put frames in their cars. I know you don't believe me, but you drive around and you'll see people having framed pictures in their cars. Whatever your needs are at All Pro Photography and Framing, we can handle it.
All right, guys, here we go. We'll do a little bit of trivia. Since we're playing Delaware State this week, I'm going to ask you guys a trivia question about said Delaware State, which is going to be tough because Delaware State is, you may not have to Google this. You may have to go down, get in the library and get some old newspaper clippings or something. But maybe not.
What you got for me over there?
You guys can get a hold of us at WV Ramble on Twitter or at Mountaineer Ramble on Facebook, or you can email us at mountaineerramble@gmail.com. Please message us directly from those places and don't post on the video. I appreciate it. But anyway, the question we have for you this week to win this Mountaineer Ramble hat and the autographed Skyler Howard photo, when was the last time that Delaware State won a football game?
Oh.
I just need the date. So,
that's a very good question.
That's a good question.
And guys, that's a pretty good indicator of how good, or should I say not good, this team is.
Hey, might give hints. You might have to backtrack a little bit on that one. But anyway, we missed this last week. I got in a hurry, Mikey, and I didn't get to throw out our picks, but we're going to throw them out this week. Excuse me.
I would have been wrong anyway.
I would have been way wrong.
Well, no, I wouldn't have been way wrong.
I didn't expect us dropping 59 points. Yeah. I really didn't.
Well, I told a friend of mine, 45. Told him he was going to drop 45.
Close.
But I didn't think they was going to get double digits at all.
No.
So, I mean, definitely work on that.
I'll let you start the halves, though. What do you think we're going to do this weekend?
Oh, it's going to be 60.
60?
It's going to be 60.
And what are they going to do? 2s and 3s going to let them have a little bit?
They're going 17. We have 17.
I ain't going to give them 17.
Well, we can give it to them.
I ain't going to give them 17. I'm going to say the final score of this ball game is 70-3. And if it's not, I'm going to be very disappointed because, for one, we should score a lot of points on this team. Secondly, they should not score a lot of points on us.
No.
Like you said, we got a few weeks to get our defense, our special teams
lined up before we start playing some actual football teams.
Yeah.
And did you see another good reason why we should just put an ungodly amount of points on them and not let them, anything in the single digits I'm okay with. Anything.
I don't want a touchdown.
Ideally.
You could do field goals all game long and have 15 points.
Ideally. But if we go into single digits and drop 60, like you said, or 70, my bad, 70 or 60, that looks so good to the voters because I'm sure you already know this, we lost votes after the ECU game. We lost votes.
Because we let them score so many yards.
That's what I imagine. We let them score too many points.
20 points.
And it didn't look good. 56-20, it don't I don't like it.
And even though it was the second team that was in there, that little 95-yard touchdown pass,
still
can't do that.
No bueno.
But anyway, guys, once again, as always, I will be here doing the halftime show this weekend during the game. I'm not sure if Mikey will be around or not. He may be here. He may be somewhere else.
I mean,
you never know with this guy. He might be in Morgantown, laid up. It's hard to tell. But anyway, guys, Mikey, you got anything else?
But I think we about covered it all.
Yeah, there ain't much going on with I can't wait to get the Big 12 play. These little podunk teams are killing me.
Well, even when we start Big 12 play, like I said, it's Kansas.
Yeah.
Really? I can't even.
It's hard to really tell what kind of football team you have until you play somebody, because you're always going to play to your level of opponent.
But see, once again, that's why I love it. Just you know what I mean? Figuring out every little thing about your football team, what's your strengths and your weaknesses. Given it is harder to identify them when you're playing inferior opponents, but you know what I mean? Get all these little scrimmage practice games under your belt, then
bam,
play little Horned Frogs. See what we got.
Little Horned Toad.
I tell you, one person I'm not worried about showing up, Will Greer.
Oh, he'll be there.
Yeah, it's just the rest of the team, the special teams. That defense.
You know, I hate to keep going back there, but this man right here, he was not always consistent with his play, but he was there every game. He fought every game.
Yeah.
It's just his ability held him back some of the times. But he was there every game. And that's a lot of what I say in Will Greer. He's going to fight.
Oh, yeah.
We got to, we did not have one sack against East Carolina.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That should not happen. We had one against Virginia Tech. I think it was Lamont McDougal got one. You should be getting 5 or 6 sacks a game against these East Carolinas and Delaware States at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can ramble
at least
on.
A couple, yeah. But
you done?
I am. Well,
Mikey. Until next week, Mountaineer fans.
Ramble on.
Ramble on.